Thanks, WS Butter. WS the Butter. Good morning, good evening, good night. Did you guys know that Michael Jackson was in The Simpsons in the early episodes? He, what was his name? What was his name in the Simpsons? Do I like music? Yeah, can you hear the music? There's some playing in the background. But it's kind of limited to what I can play, so we all just kind of get what we get here. Yeah, no, I'm a big Michael fan, but he's definitely got a wild history, a wild story. And some things are a little bit gnarly, and unfortunately we can't, like, it's hard to remove that from his legacy. But I know he's a hero to many for sure. And he's also quite a strange fellow. With some of the greatest tunes. It's weird. Like everyone, lots of confusion. Or a lot of celebrities anyway. A lot of strange whispers. And he did some really crazy things to his face. Which, if you really isolate, is pretty sad that he just wanted to keep changing his face. And he kept making it more white and pale, and I think he had some major issues. He wasn't comfortable in his own skin. Knives. Do I like weird things? That I only really paint weird things. I kind of can't. Normal things don't really excite me or get me out of bed to paint them. If I have to paint normal things, it's a challenge for me just to paint something that's not bizarre. I don't enjoy it. And I definitely put the legacy and the mythos of Michael Jackson in the weird category. Especially when you have his floating head infiltrating The Simpsons. It's kind of like the idea is he wants to go back to that time too when he starred in The Simpsons. What was his name in The Simpsons? I forget. Anyone have that name? What's his name in The Simpsons? Anyone? Anyone? This is just now a bunch of series of little strokes, like see if I can mold his face kind of accurately. Kind of feel like it's up more this eye. I don't want to make him look freaky or anything. I think we're going to put him floating like right here. Probably exaggerate the shadow, like to really make sure you know that he's a floating head in an alternate universe. Just a little bit on here. Let it sink into the other paint. No rush. It kind of goes up. It's like a round oval. Sorry, a thin oval. You can darken it a little bit as you go along. But I want it to be a floating head for sure. And I think it's kind of like electronically put in there. Electronically, sorry, like some sort of simulation or. Let's get, let's do this now. Sometimes there's the simplicity of just using a small brush, not because you're painting something small, but also just slows everything down. So you can't really like add a big, you can't add a big amount of color all at once. So it makes you, it kind of changes your frequency and your level of output. It's a super basic concept, nothing obviously groundbreaking, but I do find for me, like if I have a bigger brush, I tend to obviously make more larger, it has a larger impact. But when I just have to make these small strokes over and over again, it slows the whole process down. And I'm going to benefit from that for sure. Even if I'm trying to go fast, still, there's times when a small brush really can set the right pace. Even if almost like you should be probably using a larger brush, it makes more sense, like if I'm going to paint back here, but sometimes I just want to, gives me time to think, not be too hasty. Because I really want to enjoy my process and think about what am I doing, what can I add to this? Because things are always adjusting, right? I don't really have I never knew a floating head of Michael was going to come into play when I started this. It just happened. And then I remembered that Michael was actually in The Simpsons. And then I thought, well, man, those were interesting times in society. When Michael was in The Simpsons, it was before the creepy rumors started swirling. And oh, that was a good time. A good time to remember that before Michael was creepy. Oh, Michael. But I think he's back with a vengeance. Let's imagine he is kind of like Cyborg, I think. Probably goes out like this, comes over like this, nice and slow. Make his head the right shape. Bring it down, you don't have to be too dramatic. But sometimes when you just I could just have a floating head, which is a very abstract concept. But when I build a story like, oh no, he's a cyborg from the future, infiltrating another universe, The Simpsons, that, not even saying it's a better story, it just has, like, there's, at least I'm giving it some sort of foundation of like how this is plausible. Really, Leon? I do like cartoons, nice. Yeah, like cartoons are so, because I'm older, so they had a really big impact on me. Like when I grew up, Saturday morning cartoons was like a big deal. Like I'm talking like before I was 10 years old. Saturday morning cartoons was something that like kind of raised me. It was like you really looked forward to it. Cartoons weren't just readily available at any time. So they had a major impact on me and major influence. And then when Simpsons came out and it was kind of like edgy and cool, I really and like funny, and like the whole ecosystem of the Simpsons was right up my alley. Conan O'Brien used to write for the Simpsons. But sorry, back to the butter, WS the butter, Leon Kapowski. Leon Kapowski. I don't remember that. That's so crazy. I thought as soon as I heard the name, I'm like, yes, of course, but I don't remember Leon Kapowski. Wow. And then there was a rumor like, oh no, that's not Michael Jackson's voice. There was a weird, like, kind of confusing history about that, because I thought, oh, that's everyone, as soon as you hear that voice, you're like, that's Michael Jackson's voice. And then something came out, or I heard like, oh no, it's not Michael Jackson though. Like I don't even think he had his name in the credits for that. And don't you think that's crazy? Again, I could be wrong, but there's like this kind of myth about that episode, and this is early Simpsons. It was more, it just fell in, it wasn't even funny really, it just fell into like, just kind of charming. And but Leon Kapowski, wow, that doesn't ring a bell at all. And I thought it would make sense. But yeah, so cartoons are like deep into my psyche, and they become pop culture, and they're a form of art, obviously. Like first and foremost, when you watch like a TV show, especially like a cartoon, like that's just drawing and illustrations and it's art. It's just we kind of like put it in a different category. But even if you look at The Simpsons, like there's a couple. They used to always do different openings. Like have you guys seen that when it came out? It was a while ago now, but remember, I don't know if it was authorized or unauthorized, but Banksy did the opening of The Simpsons, where he took them to the like manufacturing plant for all their products and stuff. That was incredible. But Simpsons did that a lot. They had artists like do the openings. There was that one famous artist, I have to look up his name. He did kind of like a not underground, but he did those like really weird drawings. He did the opening. So The Simpsons, I bet you they'd say like first and foremost they're artists and creatives, and then they just built this behemoth of a franchise, an empire. And we don't go, oh, that's art. We just say that's a cartoon. But you have to be an artist to make the cartoon. So I think I have a lot of admiration. Like think about if I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but that artist that blew up probably about a decade ago and probably killing it now. His name Joan Cornelia. He does all those like really funny. He was like he was in the beginning of like meme culture, where he would do those. You'd have to look him up, but you'd know his work for sure. He did the selfie stick where the guy's holding a gun to his own head. And he's probably made, I think he's done action figurines now. And anyways, imagine he made a cartoon if he hasn't already. But you wouldn't look at that cartoon, oh, that's art. But that's how it started. That's how it all started. That's my point. It all starts with art. Matt, RIP, what's up? The shadowing's really easy, but you can also make I've done shadows that just don't look right, and I hate when that happens. So, like I could just put a thing on and just blur it around, and then you get a shadow. But sometimes it just doesn't look quite right. So I'm trying to be a little bit careful. I'm not even sure what I'm doing. I don't know what's happening. What is going on? Please don't come here to this channel for life advice. I've told you guys many times. It's not fair to me or yourself. There you go, there he is. There she is. There's the birthday girl. There she is. one of my ideas was that I thought there should be a horror movie where the killer wears like a Michael Jackson mask instead of like a Michael Myers mask. He wears a Michael Jackson mask and chases the kids around a cornfield or whatever. I'm not sure why that hasn't happened yet. If you slightly adjust, like the Michael Myers mask was based on what's his name? William Shatner, I think. And that was fine. So I think it'd be pretty freaky. Imagine getting chased around a cornfield with a guy wearing a mask, a Michael Jackson mask. Come on. Some would say the scariest. Some. Not all. I don't know if I can think of a scarier mask, to be honest. Are there Michael Jackson statues that have become almost like, where I live, they have statues of like superheroes and stuff, and they almost become like deities, like meaning people like leave, almost like pray to them, like wishes or prayers. Cool if Michael like performed miracles if you pray to his statue. I got something, but I don't know what I got. Nice and slow. I wonder if like the plastic surgery stuff is like when you go too far, you can't go back, so you just got to keep going. Like remember in the movie The Substance? Like she can't just leave it, like she couldn't even leave her finger like half baked or like old and crooked. She had to just let it go. Like once you pull the trigger, there's no going back. You can't be like, oh no, just make me look how I was before. It's like, sorry, that can't happen. And just imagine the photos that people, hey, can you make me, when you like see a cool haircut, you're like, hey, can you give me this haircut? With like plastic surgery, you'd be like, hey, can you make me look like this? And they're like, sure. But I'm imagining with also in that world, like as time goes on, that won't be too far-fetched. It's just now, it's just not quite there yet. And some people take a real gamble. Like, you know what? whatever I end up with will be better than what I have. So go for it. Make me look like Brad Pitt. All right, you got it. Do I look like Brad Pitt? Oh yeah, you look exactly like Brad Pitt. It's indistinguishable. Did you guys ever see where Michael Jackson was shopping and he like they literally had to kick everyone out of the entire department store so he could go in and just go, give me that, give me this, give me that, give me this. Just like doesn't even know what he's buying. People think he's still alive. It's addictive to people. I won't even try it. Yeah. John is cool. What's up? They won't get me. I know. But here's the thing. In all honesty, there's going to come a day where they can really do it. Like, even with, like, I lost all my hair probably a couple years ago. And I'm still waiting to see if they can actually, like, do, like, hair. Because you see all the ones that go wrong, but like you don't think like can't they do hair yet? Like I think Elon's hair looks pretty good. I mean, like so he but then you have like LeBron James should have got it. Like his hair should be flawless with the money he has, connections. So yeah, it's just not there. But when my point is, John is cool. When it is there. And I did, and there's a lot of like, it's just a no-brainer just to get some extra hair on top of my head for like, a decent price, nothing astronomical, probably would. And then when you're there, you're like, hey, do you want us to like chisel your jaw? You just have to go, no, I'm good. But for a lot of people, they'll be like, yeah, you know what? Why not? Chisel that jaw. Chisel it. Chisel my jaw. Chisel my jaw. Maybe that's the name of his painting. Just kidding. No. Or am I? Chisel my jaw. You go in for a hair transplant and come out with a chiseled jaw. Like within an hour, too. It's just also rapid. We can chisel your jaw in about like 15 minutes if you'd like. Yeah, okay. Go ahead. Chisel it. If we all, as a society, we become so detached from kind of our appearance in that way, like, yeah, just change how I look, like on a whim. Go ahead. I only live on the internet anyway. It doesn't matter how I look. I don't know. I think we'll just keep going in this direction as a society where we change how we look and it gets better. It has to, because so many people are doing it. And where we are, John, is like, that's just not for me. But the generations after us, and it becomes more acceptable, it's probably inevitable. Like, hey, make me look like this, and they can maybe like do it pretty well. Then it wouldn't be so preposterous, would it? But if everyone's beautiful, what happens? What happens when everyone's beautiful? What happens when everyone has a full head of hair? You have to like have other things that distinguish you. And we turn to wealth, like you buy gold and wear a lot of gold. But there's going to be other things that distinguish you. Hopefully it goes back to talent. Different talents, musicians, and kind of rely on what we do versus how we look. If everyone just looks pretty, because everyone can. I'm rambling. I can't say your name, but I appreciate you. Your new line, chisel my jaw. I'm in Utah. It's everywhere. Chisel my jaw, yeah. Going for a haircut? Chisel my jaw. That easy. Like, hey, Tyler, I like your new jaw. I'm like, thanks. I just got it done. What do you guys have in Utah? Like we had growing up, we had First Choice, which was like a little hair cutting chain. First Choice. You just go to First Choice and they'll chisel your jaw and give you a fade. You guys have like top cuts or something like that? Top cuts. Or do you have First Choice? It's probably an American company. Yeah, we'll just have like not knockoff, budget plastic surgery spots. And I think people do that now, right? They just go to Brazil or whatever. Or I've seen like Turkey, people go to get hair transplants done in Turkey. If I could get a hair transplant in a day, and it looked like, and I didn't look foolish, and in fact I looked like, wow, you look so much younger, wow. Would I do it? Maybe. Maybe, but like to take 6 months, like some of these, like this process that is like lengthy and like almost like an ordeal. Regardless of the price, like I don't want an ordeal. But if you can just chisel my jaw in like an afternoon, you know what else I would do plastic surgery is if I committed some felony and I was on the run, I'd be like, hurry up, chisel my jaw. Which I know I've heard of that being done before for sure. No, I'm not them. Look at me. Look at my jaw. It's chiseled. Look at this photo. It's not chiseled. All right, I like it. It's interesting. It's weird. Some of these lines, these black lines, are too aggressive, so we'll just tone it down. Sculpt it. Michael. We'll add a little definition in his mouth. Yeah, you had supercuts. Okay. Yeah, supercuts, First Choice. Thailand as well. For what? Hair transplants? Or just surgeries? Yeah, there's a lot of plastic surgery happening in Thailand for sure. That is true. Okay, he's gonna have a little bit of a smirk. Just gonna have a little bit up here too. Yeah, surgeries. Yeah. I was thinking of something, but I forgot. I just don't trust it yet. I wouldn't want, unless it was like something minor. And oh, I know what I was gonna say. What's crazy about Michael? Here's what I know, and this is just something about his psychology, which I'm not actually trying to get into, but he was really handsome. Michael was like a really handsome dude when he was like young and like, and I think so. It's like one thing to be like hideous and go like, hey, I don't care, just change me, just give me something other than what I have. I'm not okay with what I like, who I am, and like, you know, whether it's deformities or just straight up like I just hate how I look. It's not like I just hate it. So you'll be willing to do anything to change your appearance. Michael, the weird thing about Michael is he was such like he looked so good. And I think that's what really threw everybody off. I'm not saying he was the most handsome person in the world, but he was really good looking. That's part of his appeal. His appearance was so awesome. Like even look at him in Thriller, even with a little bit of work. Like yeah, you're right. You said already it's like addicting for sure. Almost like a novelty, like just a little off the top. Because I think in Thriller he might have had some work done at that point, but near the beginning. But he looked great. He really, yeah. I think that's what's like hard. Because I can really understand if you just really have some major issues and you're just really not okay with who you are. It's hard as an outsider to look at it and go, man, you look fantastic. What are you doing? And then it'd be interesting if someone had that, even if you called it a disorder or not, but like explain, tell us why, what you're not happy about, what is eating you, why do you want to change? Because could anyone say, hey, just like honestly, you look really good the way you are. If you change it, you'll regret it. Would that stop them? Probably not, right? There's nothing anyone could say to Michael like, dude, you look really good like this. Anything you do will not. You'll ruin what you have. But I said it already, it's just being comfortable in your own skin. If we think we change things, then we'll be more comfortable. And I think there's some cases where, yeah, maybe. We always see those people, like there's certain nose jobs that really give, or, even when they do something that's almost like surgically necessary, but there's those, even charities that go to like certain countries and the kids have deformities and stuff and they fix them so they can have like a real normal life. That's really touching and pretty cool. I'm all for it. He's smirking? Yeah, good. It changed his voice. It had to have. Yeah, maybe. He also probably leaned into that for some reason. Yeah, he's a really good like case for psychologists to try to like work because so much of his life was um, publicized. Yeah, because there's some surgeries that people really need to have like just normalcy, not to advance their character or change their, like, how they feel about them, but just to give them like some sort of normalcy. I think is really cool. It's actually really touching. So like there's this combination of vanity and then utility somewhere in the middle, and it's pretty cool. But again, where I land is like if I could just get a hair transplant for real that you could never tell, and it only took an afternoon or okay, a day and a half, and not 6 months of treatment and stuff. Would I do it? Maybe, if it was like done by Supercuts and it cost $600. Maybe. Just so my my wife could look at me without shame. No, one thing that I don't know, I really don't care that I lost my hair. It didn't really play a big it didn't have a big impact. Maybe it was later in life. So when I just go, okay, I'm just gonna cut my hair, like shave it, because I don't want to like look have half a head of hair. But I saw some guy. Oh, I was watching some old sitcom, and some of those young dudes had like these luscious locks. I'm like, oh, even if I had hair, it would never look like that. Even when I had hair, never looked luscious. Never had luscious locks. Anyway, there's a lot of dialogue around Michael. Go on for hours about his impact. And it's hard, it's challenging. It seems to cause there's a lot of controversy, and he's a good example of like, if you took it at face, like there's a lot of like heavy duty stuff around him. But because he's so beloved, it becomes, and now it's controversial. Like he changed a lot of stuff in pop culture. And I've said it too many times already, but he was a strange fella. Just at its core, like very strange. Not even like just the way he behaved and his upbringing, and his whole life is an oddity. Grab a different brush. We'll see if there's anything here. So childlike. Yeah. He was so childlike. But that's where it gets weird. So if I said that to myself, like, not even trying, but like, a bit of a weird, like, he didn't have a childhood, therefore he just never grew up. And that's kind of the argument people make for him. And you can imagine his brain is really warped from living a life like that. Like, just not childlike. Yeah, some people just are different. But I'm wondering, like, what do you think he could talk about any subject with great depth, or everything was like very surface level? Like he could have like Michael's critical thinking class. You think Michael was a critical thinker, or was everything just happening to him and he was just reacting? It was just a series of events for Michael. John is cool. I don't know. This is all new to me. I paint all the time, so my logic lately is we'll just go live when you're painting and see what happens. And so far it's cool. It's fun to talk to people, and I think I'll keep going live. It kind of changes how I paint, meaning like right now I'm kind of in an awkward position, so I don't have the best setup. In fact, I don't really like it. Like I'm hunched over more, like in a weird, like from an angle so that you can see it, and I don't even feel like you guys have the best view, but I don't have like a better solution yet or a better setup. So I hope I'll just keep going live. And sometimes I've even noticed, like, I'll go live and I'll talk and there's no one on the stream, and that doesn't seem to bother me. So yeah, I think I'll just go live from time to I don't know if I'd say every day. I didn't go live yesterday. I just sometimes I need to listen to real music or real podcasts and just go to town and not worry about streaming or even conversing. So I think it just day by day. But I also like how it kind of like I get all my content after. So if once I maybe get a better camera or something, I can maybe utilize the stream again. Like, I don't really want to edit it like a 2-hour stream, but if the content's good, maybe I can pull some content out of it. So far, the quality's not the greatest, so I don't know how to fix that. Where the stream quality is actually like a good video that I can edit. I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm just hoping that if I just keep going after it, things will kind of like get better. I'll get a little more direction as time goes on, and a little better quality. And but I think it's good for my art overall to stream, because I'm just painting anyway. So if I can just throw it, make it live, and just doesn't affect me, that would be ideal. Right now, it's still affecting me. I'm not. Again, don't like how I'm set up. Be careful where you put your hands. Leon Kapowski. Whoa. Aiden, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, take inspiration. Thanks, Aiden. Appreciate it. Yeah, we all get inspiration from all kinds of things. I hope you get inspired for sure. It's fun to mess around and see your ideas come to life. I'm all about it. Some are better than others. And that's all good. Gonna tidy up the background here. Kind of like the shape of his head, so that'll stay. So I'm ready to move on to the background, tidy it up, because I want it to dry hopefully today. It's a pretty thick layer, but I find the paper helps my dry times quite a bit. We'll switch to a smaller brush soon, but I just wanted to get don't leave any clumps of paint when you don't need to. We do really want this to dry. If I wasn't live, I might turn the painting so it's easier to paint some of these edges. And when I made this background mix, I made enough so that in an hour or something, if I have to tidy some of these edges up, I can. The oil paint will be around for the rest of the day for the most part, so that's good. So if I need to clean up anything or make because I can still see like some previous layers there. I don't like it. But it doesn't look like it'll cover it right now, so we'll have to come back in a couple hours. Thanks, Aiden. Can you open it?
candle?
No. Do we need candles?
No, look like what is Oh, art? Carry it. What is this? Why does it have many screws? Screws? Oh,
You should make a video of you making that.
really?
Yeah, look what I made for my husband.
Aw, that's adorable.
I hope it's tall enough. I need it.
Why do you not use mine?
It's not tall enough.
Really?
It has to be like here, yes.
You think this is tall?
I think so. It said it was.
Timo.
Are you hungry?
I had my chicken and I ordered for you.
Okay. Was the chicken good?
Sweet.
Sweet, eh?
Yeah, I don't like it.
No. Tyrone, what's up? Thanks, Aiden. Cleaning my kitchen. That's cool. That's over. That's good. A clean kitchen is a clean mind. On. On.
Amazing.
All right. Yeah, Thriller was so good. It's still great. Thriller was like, I was talking about it earlier. That's like, for me, that's peak Michael. And also how I liked it, how he looked. Because I think he had some work done in Thriller. Maybe not. But he might have. My guess is that he did. But I like that. Like, if only there was some way to stop his transformation, physical transformation at Thriller.
Sorry.
Soren.
You think they hear me?
Yeah. But it's hard. I don't know. Like my sounds on the stream is like okay, not amazing.
Trying to be quiet.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
There she is. There's the birthday girl.
Carol, you can
Okay, I'm gonna leave it here for now. I'm hungry, Pumpkin. Did you order for me? All right, guys, I'm gonna go. No, yeah, it is almost my birthday. You know that? Not today though. I think I might say that on YouTube, but my birthday's in like 2 days.
Don't say it.
Thanks, Tyrone.
Just surprise.
No, but they said happy birthday to me. Yeah, draw, Maiden. I'm gonna go for now. I need my brain stop. All right. See you soon. I'll finish this up live again later today. Let the paint dry a little bit. Bye.